Hey everybody, Sharon here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today back in the Castlevania DLC for Dead by Daylight, going for the Taste the Darkness achievement. This one's going to be done from the killer's side. It is to interrupt 10 survivors as they are performing a vault. This one can be done with any killer, so no purchase necessary for this one. Make sure you get into the game. This one can be a little bit on the annoying side, so make sure you try to stick with it the best you can. First thing you want to do is you want to make sure you try to find a survivor. You are going to need to injure them first because you aren't able to grab a healthy survivor as they are vaulting. So you always need to make sure that someone has a hit on them first. Then you're going to want to try to pressure them into trying to vault. This one's going to be a little trickier than it sounds, as you're going to most likely have people who are trying to drop pallets on you rather than trying to bait you into a vaulting spot. So make sure you try to bait them into a vaulting spot, and the best way to do that is to have them drop the pallets first, make sure you don't break them, and then try to loop them around and then bait them into vaulting. You are going to need to be standing close enough to them so you can do the interrupt. An interrupt is going to be the same as a grab. It cannot be a hit. So make sure you hit the attack button as they are doing the vault. If you time it right, you should pull them off, and that's going to be what counts as the achievement. If you're too late, you're going to swing, and most likely you're either going to hit them or they're going to clear the vault, which obviously will not count for the achievement. So make sure you do keep that in mind, and interrupt is very specifically going to be a grab. Now, the unfortunate downside to this is there isn't anything you can really do to make this achievement easier, as you're going to need to have the survivors vault at their own agency, and you're just going to need to time when you stop said vault. So, very annoying achievement. My only real best advice is to basically play games where you are forcing survivors to drop pallets and making sure that you don't break them. The more vaulting spots the survivors have, the more opportunities you can have to try to interrupt their vaults. Always remember that a survivor can only have their vault interrupted if they are injured, so make sure you try to hit everyone at least once, and then just make sure you try to stick on them as close as you can so they are within a grabbable distance when they do a vault, and you should be good for this eventually. Just make sure you keep up at it, be very patient. Thankfully, this is going to be a cumulative achievement that does track over multiple games. 10 isn't going to be a terrible amount, but this one may happen for you sooner or it may happen for you later, depending on your luck with how the survivors are going to be interacting with you in your games. So just make sure you stay persistent with it, and eventually you should be good for your 10. Once you do finally get enough, you should be good for your achievement. There it is. This one's going to be for 20 gamer score. And that's all there is to it.